Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to a brand new Let's Play. The start of one, even. Now, we're going to do the 7th Saga just like I said, and I've been trying to record this game for going on a week and a half now. I've been trying to record it ever since that last Ghostbusters video went up. Well, before that. Basically, I've had food poisoning, 12-hour long shifts, and technical problem after technical problem after technical problem. And it's not even like the bad kind of technical problem. I know exactly what the problem is. I know exactly how to fix it. I just keep forgetting to do it before I record for 2 hours. So, yeah. Now, in the previous video, general consensus was that you guys wanted me to play Legius, so that's who we're going to play the game as. Got the characters here being gathered up. General plot of this game is that there is a king named Elimele, and he is world famous hero who has saved many lives. And I'm guessing to find his successor, he wants you to... he's gathering up the 7 most promising individuals in the world, and he's going to train them, and then at the end of that training period, he's going to loose them out into the world, and the first person to bring back all 7 ruins gets to be his successor and king of the world. Basically, that's the plot. Now, each character has his or own motivation, and I'll basically tell you what they are here in a minute, but, you know. There's Asuna. Asuna busy. Oh man, I could just think of so many schoolyard names. Actually, I can only think of one. Busybody. I'm terrible at making fun of people. There's Wilm. I've heard it pronounced Wilm and Wilme. I've heard more people say Wilm, though, so I guess that's probably right. But when have I ever said things correctly, and why should I start now? I love how Ulvin is the only one who doesn't get an envoy. Ulvin just, like, busts up in the castle town. He's like, bitch, gonna be taking me as an apprentice now. Why? Because I'm a dwarf, that's why. And everyone could do with more dwarf. So anyway, that's the intro sequence of the game, so let's go ahead and get started. Yes. Alright, like I said, I've tried to record this several times. That last one was my 8th attempt, and it was probably my... I'm very sad that I lost it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Here's the character select screen. Like I said, we got 7 characters, and these are their walking around sprites. We're going to do Legius. You may notice that each character on this alphabet is capital. Well, there is no way to do lowercase letters. You can do spaces, but no lowercase letters. However, if you don't mind having the default name, you can just hit start there and get some nice lowercase letters in your default name. So apparently we've been training for the last 5 years, and now it's time to go find the runes. The name of the planet is Tikhondera. And when we find all the runes, we will become king of the world! So, King Elimele, tell us more! He gives us a crystal ball. What the crystal ball is basically, it's a radar mini-map kind of thing. It lets you see the random encounters and stuff on the screen. So let's talk to the other apprentices. One of the interesting things about this, even though there's not much characterization in the game, obviously they leave it very vague because there's a lot of randomness about the game. You know, there's 7 characters to pick from, so they can't guarantee that you pick a certain character to have a certain plot element be related to that character. don't necessarily run into apprentices at certain points in the game, so it's kind of, yeah. But, each apprentice does have their own motivations, Obviously, they all would like to be king of the world, but at the same time, Camille wants to prove that he's the strongest. Balsu wants to expel all the evil from the world. Olvin wants to be young again. Wilm wants to see how powerful he can get with the power of the runes behind him. Asuna wants adventure. Lux just wants to find out where he came from. And of course, Legis is a demon. He wants power and to rule and all this other stuff. Although he's not really like that if you're the playable character, because they kind of shoehorn you into this heroic persona. So anyway, this person, lady, I think that's a lady. Anyway, this is Crystal Ball 101. Moving spots are monsters. Large spots are towns. Blinking spots are where ruins. Also not mentioned, if you're in a dungeon, red spots are treasure chests. That's a mirror. What mirrors do is they reflect a single successful petrify attack back on the person that used it on you. Very useful. One thing I've noticed, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've noticed that every time I've had a mirror trigger for me, it always inflicted petrify on the enemy. I don't know if they don't resolve another petrify check because, it was successful on you, it's successful on them, but they're very useful to keep around if you can buy them. So yeah, that was an MP herb. I know it says M herb, but I think I think I read somewhere it was MP herb. Anyway, they restore 20 MP. One of the great things about this game is that MP restoratives are quite easy to obtain. You can buy them in most shops. Antidotes do what antidotes do. The opal is a jewel. Jewels in this game are how you bank your money. Each jewel has its own monetary value, and you sell it back for the same price that you buy it from. So basically, when you get an excess of money, you go and buy jewels to keep in your pack, and monsters do not take items, therefore if you die, you lose half your money, but any money you have invested in jewels is safe because it's a jewel, and for some reason monsters don't like jewelry. They will rifle through your stuff and take exactly half of your gold, but leave your expensive armor and equipment and jewelry alone. So, yeah. What this person is talking about is recruiting other apprentices. Basically, if you talk to another apprentice, what you want to do is you want to save first. The reason being that they have several different things they can do. They will either say nothing of consequence, they will offer to join you, they will offer to duel you, and probably the most dangerous thing they will do is attack you, just with no choice whatsoever on your part. That's why you want to save. The first thing you do whenever you get to a new town is save. If you're going to fight an apprentice, then save. If you're going to talk to an apprentice, you save because they might fight you. If you lose to an apprentice and you have runes, they take your runes, which is very bad because you cannot continue on with the game until you get them back. And that can be a serious roadblock. Especially since the runes all have special effects, and losing them is very bad. The game is very, very, very hard even with them. If you don't have those special effects, I dare say it's not impossible, but, I wouldn't want to do it. Anyway, this is a house of healing, aka a church. Take an opal there. They bring dead party members back to life and cure poisons. It's a weapon shop. You can tell it's a weapon shop by the symbol. All weapon shops have that symbol next to them. Talk to her, you get a free potion. That's a armor shop. That's an inn. That's an item shop. All of these shops, the symbol for them doesn't change throughout the course of the game pretty much. So if you recognize those symbols there, you'll know what you're looking for. Yes. Alright. Good luck! Okay. There's one more. Actually, I don't think I talked to the people in this house. Yeah, she's telling you, or he, or whoever that is. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell in this game. It's basically telling you that for some reason monsters are not interested in shiny jewels, which really kind of flies in the face of logic, because they'll steal money that they can't spend because they would be killed coming into town, but they're okay with jewels. But they don't like jewels. King Limele is a son of the great Sorrow. Sorrow is God in this game. That basically makes Limele Jesus. So yes, I made that reference. I made that connection. And you can actually... I don't know if that actually does anything, because I've never stuck around here long enough to find out. So yeah, let's go in the inn here and talk to this gentleman. I could try, because, well, honestly, we got to go that way anyway, so, you know, why not? Anyway, before we leave town, we want to go in here, talk to him. Use defense before attack in battle. This way your HP will temporarily increase. This is your clue for the defend attack trick. That's not, true. Your HP doesn't temporarily increase. What happens when you defend an attack, though, is you obviously take less damage for the turn, but your next turn, your attack power is boosted. It's actually very, very useful, and especially when you come into a new area, it helps a lot. It's really useful because basically the way the turn system works in this game is that you get a turn, then they get a turn. You get a turn, then they get a turn. So there's no speed in the game. Well, there is a speed stat, but I'll go over that in a minute. And no, I want to actually sell. Yes. Alright. So, we want to buy this Anim sword here.